Hey all, welcome to the Manly Pots. It's Friday. First of all, this week's been an extremely rough week for me. This past weekend, I was in the hospital, emergency room, due to getting back from London, sorry, from Paris. The traveling kind of started with giving me a problems with my left leg for a blood clot, and then I was having problems with severe migraines. So this week was kind of rough in that sense, but now I'm doing a lot better. It's Friday, although I'm starting a new job tomorrow, so that should be interesting. I'll let you know how that goes next week. Let me get to the first question. This was from David. How do you deal with doctors and with giving them the knowledge or telling talking to them about knowledge and of explaining to them about dysautonomia and giving them information that way. Um, I think for me, it's been extremely tough because the last doctor I went to told me that everything was fine with, in regards to the medication that I was on, but the parts and the rest of it was all in my head. So, in that sense, I mean, I was full of rage and anger, but then I realized there's not much point in that. So being able to let that go and move on from that has been one thing. So that was kind of challenging dealing with doctors, and this one doctor in that setting anyway, who was supposed to be quote unquote a specialist with dysautonomia, but that isn't the case, as I found out. Um, so a second question is, David asked, is do you try to educate them? Um, Educating the doctors, it's tough because they feel that they're so self-righteous and they know everything that they shouldn't have to be educated. Only if they show true interest will I share the information with them and then try and send them in the right direction as to where to go and the different websites to check out, like dinet.org, and I mean, you guys know all of the other websites to look into. That's when I'll give them the information that way. Um, I believe it was Zeb. Thank you for the shout out, by the way. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was kind of rough, the past few years with all of the kidney stones, blood clots, cancer, all of that, but I made it through it. So, slowly but surely getting back to normal. Um, no, I think it was Frank. You didn't ask anything because I guess you're having a rough week, so I apologize for that, and hopefully you're feeling better. Um, you have to excuse me, guys, because this week I'm so scatterbrained because I've been running around today just trying to deal with SSDI and dealing with doctors. So if it seems like I'm not all together with it, it's because I'm not. I'm kind of all over the place right now. Anyway, the first question that was asked, what were some of the things you used to love to do but can't do due to the parts? And I think that would probably be for me is mountain biking, because I used to love to go mountain biking. Um, Also being working in the kitchen as a chef, due to that. I mean, it's kind of touch and go when I'm in the kitchen sometimes. Sometimes I have a tendency to black out, and the story. You hit the floor, and it's lights out for a bit. But not so much traveling. I'm able to travel, but I think the problem with the is when you get back. It's the 2 weeks after that mostly affect me. Then that's when I have the problems with that and dealing with the altitude. I guess while you're flying and the dehydration. That's probably one of my main problems there. But in regards to what do I miss most? Um, I guess maybe feeling like a normal human being. I guess going to the beach and being out in the sunshine during the summer because In California, it normally gets really hot here, but when it's really hot, then I'm pretty much useless because I can't I can barely do anything. So in that sense, it's kind of rough there. Um, what else is there? Zeb asked, "How do you deal with driving?" Driving um, was used to be a challenge. At first, they took away my license for over a year because I was passing out behind the wheel, which isn't the best, but it's kind of entertaining, but it's not the most safest thing to be doing. Um, Driving wise, so I'm able to drive, fairly far, but I tend to not want to risk it half the time. But I have a Jeep, so I drive that, when I can, and I enjoy driving that and working on it. Um, in regards to that, though, it's kind of difficult to say what else I miss. Hanging out with friends sometimes because not being able to go to movies and stuff due to fear of blacking out or that the sensory overload. Sometimes I've noticed that the lights are too bright or the noise is too loud. Um, Other than that, though, that's pretty much more or less how I deal with it. As for you guys, my question to you would be, um, have you, when you talk to other people and they don't understand what you're going through. I mean, I guess it probably falls along the same lines as dealing with the doctors. Do you explain to your friends what you're dealing with, or do they understand? Or when it comes to family, do they understand, or do they get kind of give you a hard time? How is it for you guys in that sense? Um, anyway, hope this video finds you all well. Um, as you can, I'm really having a hard time concentrating today because I'm so all over the place thinking. Well, as you know, every week, for you guys who don't know, who are just tuning in right now, every week on Monday it's David, Tuesday it's Frank, Wednesday it's Joel, Thursday it's Seb, Friday it's me. So anyway, I hope this video, um, is I'm drawing a blank right now. Is how do you deal with brain fog? That's another good question. How do you deal with brain fog? Anyway, hope your weekend goes great for you guys. I'll let you know how the job goes this Saturday because it's my first job back in like 2 years, more or less. And I'll let you know what happens next week of how it went on Saturday, which is tomorrow. And anyway, guys, have a fantastic weekend. Take care, be safe, and I will talk to you all next week. All right? Speak to you guys later. Have a good one. All right. Bye bye.